Number 1. This footage comes from the YouTube channel MG Wild, where Johan has been taking viewers on thrilling outdoor adventures for years. His love for the wilderness is clear in every video, as he camps in remote locations and embraces the challenge of survival. But this time, he's adding a new twist: paranormal investigation. He has a strong feeling that something strange lingers in the area, and he's determined to find out if he's right. It's February 9th, 2025, and the weather is perfect for a night under the stars. Johan sets out to find the ideal camping spot, eventually settling in a quiet clearing. Before diving into the investigation, he takes a moment to relax with a hot cup of coffee, enjoying the peaceful surroundings as the sun starts to set.
The old caterpillars are becoming a little bit problematic. I put my bag down, I put it up on a tree, no matter where, my bag, my jumper, they always find their way onto it, and so I have to spend a little bit of time making sure that they're off it. So just to reiterate, the apps that we're using throughout this investigation supposedly work through electronic frequency or something like that, okay? I'm no expert, but it allows spirits or whatnot to communicate through the device.
However, the tranquility doesn't last long. As darkness creeps in, Johan begins testing out a few ghost hunting apps, hoping to pick up any unusual activity.
At something, you barking at something. What is it? What is it? She's alerted. She is on high alert. She's down there. You down there, DC? Is it? I hope there's Yeti. DC's off. She's gone. Torch. Birds, huh? Birds, these people, they're the things that startle you most out here. When the birds just take off, you just don't expect it, and then
At first, nothing happens. No strange readings, no unexplained noises. But while the devices remain silent, his dogs start acting odd.
I just heard some kind of... What the fuck, huh? Yeti? What's going on, Yeds? Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. Let me in on that secret. Test? You okay? What's the problem? Okay. I don't know why she's sitting right behind me growling.
One of them begins growling and staring at something unseen, its body tense as if sensing a presence.
Okay, yes, but I'd prefer it if you didn't growl at me, huh? Like, I don't mind during the daytime when we're not in the middle of a dark woods. You're sitting right behind me growling. What is that? Holy moly. Can I sit down? Is it safe? What is that? Huh?
Ralph.
Your name is what? Ralph. Jesus. Good timing, Ralph. I was just concentrating on something. What is this? Right where I was about to sit. It's hair. Dark hair. Yes, I hear something. Yes, there. Eddie. Be alert, please. Walking around in there. We're right by this little trail. It's good. Ralph, can you explain to me? Is that you I hear, Ralph? You're moving around. You're moving around, Ralph. Is that you? I don't know.
I'm right here.
Yeah. That, okay. Why is that so zoomed in? Jeez. They are not reacting. It's, that's the scariest thing about this whole thing.
Johan tries to brush it off, thinking the dog might have spotted an animal nearby. But then, out of nowhere, birds take flight in a panic, breaking the silence of the night. The eerie atmosphere only intensifies when Johan's ghost hunting app finally starts responding. A name comes through: Ralph. The air feels heavier, charged with an uneasy energy. Then, strange noises echo from the trees, as if someone or something is moving around.
So, Ralph, you're right here with me. Do you want me to leave? Oh, it's such a bad headache. Do you want me to leave, Ralph?
I can't leave.
You can't leave. I know. So it was you I was speaking to earlier when you were saying you were stuck. Why can't you leave? Well, because you're stuck. Do you want me to leave?
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Is this someone else I'm speaking to? What is your name? Fuck off, mate. Jesus.
Sinful.
Sinful.
It's dark.
It is dark. Definitely something walking around in there.
I'm not sure how.
You're not sure how to leave. How are you not hearing that, Yeti? What the fuck?
He calls out, asking if there's a spirit nearby, but the only reply is a chilling message: you can't leave. With each passing moment, the sense of unease deepens. Johan hears whispers, rustling sounds, and cryptic words appearing on his device. He starts questioning whether he's truly alone in the woods. Finally, as the tension becomes unbearable, he decides to call it a night. But even as he settles into his sleeping bag, sleep doesn't come easy. A lingering feeling of being watched makes the night drag on, leaving him with more questions than answers. Whatever was out there remains a mystery, but one thing is certain: this camping trip was unlike any other. Subscribe and help us reach 10,000 subscribers. 90% of the people watching have not subscribed yet, so please do. It's free. Number 2. This footage comes from the YouTube channel Bicycle Touring Pro, where Darren Al shares his experiences with bike touring and adventure cycling. His channel is packed with useful tips, gear reviews, and travel vlogs, making it a great resource for anyone interested in exploring the world on two wheels. On July 18th, 2021, Darren found himself camping alone at a high-altitude location, roughly 10,000 feet above sea level. As night fell, the peaceful atmosphere was interrupted by the sound of movement outside his tent. Curious and slightly on edge, he grabbed his flashlight and peered into the darkness.
It's late at night right now. Hey, there they are. Hey! There's a deer walking through my camp. One deer, but I think there's more. I have my food hung up in the tree right there. There's one deer, but I shined my light out because I heard like thumping on the ground, and I was like, there's an animal outside. And I shined my light straight out the tent and I could see like 6 eyes looking at me. So I think there's like 2 more deer over here somewhere. It looks like it's just deer though. So that's good. He went over here somewhere by my bike. Up into the bushes. A little scary when you're out here by yourself. Hearing animals walk right outside your tent.
Several pairs of glowing eyes staring right back at him. At first, he wasn't sure what he was dealing with. The heavy footsteps suggested a large animal, and being alone in the wilderness, his mind immediately jumped to the worst possibilities. Could it be a bear? An elk? Something even more dangerous? But after a few tense moments, he realized they were deer, silently observing him before vanishing into the bushes near his bike.
I don't like hearing footsteps outside my tent, especially when I can tell the animal's big. It's a big deer. I thought it might be like a moose or an elk or something, but I think it was just a deer of some kind. Like, not like your Bambi deer, but like a freaking mountain deer, you know? Anyways, good night.
Even though it turned out to be harmless, the experience was unnerving. Being alone in the wild, hearing unknown creatures moving outside your tent, and then locking eyes with them in the dark, it's enough to make anyone's heart race.
Good morning. I'm a lazy head. Oh, I slept pretty well. Except for those deer waking me up at who knows what time that was this morning. It's always a little scary sleeping out in the woods where you know there's like bears and stuff, because when you hear animals outside, like your first thought is like bear. But the truth is, I really like sleeping outside. Especially up at high altitudes where I am right now. Like I'm up at 10,000 feet or so right now.
The rest of the night passed without incident, and by morning, Darren was able to laugh it off. But moments like these are a reminder of how unpredictable solo camping can be. 1 minute you're enjoying the fresh mountain air, and the next you're wondering what's lurking just beyond the tree line. Number 3. Alex and Emma, a British couple with a passion for travel, have spent years documenting their adventures together. Their videos usually capture the excitement of exploring new places, but one unexpected event turned their journey into a terrifying ordeal. In May 2022, the couple had just finished repairing their very first camper van, ready to embark on a long-awaited road trip. Everything seemed to be falling into place, until disaster struck. While driving home after running errands, Alex noticed something alarming, smoke rising from beneath his feet. At first, he was confused, but as the reality set in, panic took over. Something was seriously wrong.
What have we got in there?
They quickly pulled over, and as Alex opened the door, his worst fears were confirmed. Flames were already creeping under the vehicle. In the chaos, a stranger ran toward them with a fire extinguisher, trying desperately to contain the blaze. But inside the van, Emma remained unaware of how serious the situation had become. Alex shouted for her to get out. The terrifying image of the burning van with Emma still inside forever etched into his mind. As the fire grew, it became clear that there was no stopping it. The flames spread rapidly, forcing the Good Samaritan to abandon his efforts. Realizing the van could explode if the fire reached the fuel tank, Alex and Emma ran for safety.
At this point, I look back and the van is in flames, but Emma is still in the van. I don't think you realised how serious the whole situation was at that point.
So at this point, I knew there was smoke, and I guess I just assumed it was coming from the engine and kind of making its way into the cab.
Yeah, so I was shouting at Emma to get out of the van instantly. That image of the van being on fire and Emma inside will probably stay in my mind for a very long time. It's something that keeps getting replayed. But this is when, so I had my phone on me, so started to record. So this is maybe 10 seconds after Emma got out of the van.
The only thing left to do was watch helplessly as their dream home on wheels was consumed by the flames. Though shaken, the couple found kindness in strangers. A woman offered them shelter in her car while they gathered themselves, and police officers reassured them as they processed what had just happened. By the time the fire department extinguished the blaze, their van was nothing but a charred frame.
I think we're going to climb over here.
Okay. I don't know what's in the building, so I'm just going to go.
Run.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, that's an old truck.
Oh my god. Oh. Are we safe here?
Yeah, I don't know if they told me it was propane or not.
Once we were far enough away, all we could do is just watch it burn. Our tiny home on wheels was gone.
And we're safe. We're safe.
Has anybody called 911?
No, we just ran out. Someone came with a fire extinguisher. And then,
So this just happened?
just happened. We were driving it
Okay,
2 minutes ago.
Call 911.
Yeah, please, thank you. Oh god.
Despite the devastating loss, Alex and Emma found a silver lining. They hadn't yet moved their belongings into the van. If the fire had happened just a day later, they would have lost everything: passports, laptops, and essentials for their journey. Though heartbroken, they chose to focus on what mattered most. They were safe. Instead of letting this tragedy define them, the couple saw it as a test of resilience. While their adventure didn't start as planned, it became a reminder of how quickly life can change, and how, even in the face of loss, new beginnings are always possible. Number 4. Deep in the snowy forests near Minnesota, the nights are usually peaceful. Until recently, strange disturbances have shattered the quiet, with residents reporting terrifying roars echoing through the darkness. Some even claim to have seen a massive shadowy figure with glowing red eyes lurking in the woods. As the rumors spread, a TikToker named Jesse decided to investigate. What he captured that night has left the internet divided and deeply unsettled. On December 22nd, 2024, Jesse was fast asleep when a chilling, guttural roar jolted him awake. His heart pounded as he sat up, disoriented. Could this be the same sound people had been whispering about? Fueled by curiosity and adrenaline, he grabbed his phone and stepped out into the freezing night, following the eerie noise toward the dark forest. As he ventured deeper into the woods, he began recording.
There's something coming down, man. I got something screaming down there. I don't know what this is, man. Something fucking screaming down there, man. Hello? Where are you? Show yourself right now!
An unearthly scream ripping through the trees. Instead of retreating, Jesse did the unthinkable. He yelled into the darkness, challenging whatever was out there. Not the best idea, considering the creature seemed to respond. Loud snapping noises echoed through the forest as if something massive was moving toward him. Panic set in. He ducked behind a tree, his camera still rolling. Then the video cut to black.
Something real big, guys. What the fuck? Shit, man.
Later, Jesse explained what happened. He had stayed completely still for what felt like an eternity, keeping his flashlight off. During that time, he heard heavy breathing and felt the ground tremble as something enormous moved closer. But strangely, he never actually saw anything. Once the sounds faded, he bolted back home. Determined to understand what he had encountered, Jesse searched for anything that matched the horrifying noises he'd recorded. His research led him to a terrifying conclusion: a Wendigo. When he uploaded his footage to TikTok, it exploded online. Some viewers, especially those from Minnesota, claimed they had heard similar sounds in the area. Others dismissed it as a hoax or or an animal misidentified in fear. To this day, no one has been able to explain what Jesse encountered that night. Number 5. Dan, a well-known YouTuber behind Exploring with Fighters, is famous for his thrilling adventures into abandoned and haunted locations. But in November 2021, a seemingly routine exploration turned into one of his most unnerving encounters. What started as a casual camping trip in a deserted farmhouse quickly spiraled into an intense confrontation, leaving Dan and his friends scrambling to escape.
Ideally. But that looks more fresh than the rest of the stuff, so maybe that was brought by a hiker.
Yeah, to be quite fair, a lot of it is still in the same position.
As they wandered through the dusty rooms, they noticed small but curious signs of recent activity. Teacups still sitting on the counter, and a box of tea bags that looked much fresher than the rest of the scattered debris. It was an unsettling realization. If the house was truly abandoned, then who had been here recently? Before they could dwell on the thought for too long,
Oh, sorry. I was just taking photos.
Taking photos.
Bed at night.
Yeah. Well, we're going.
Yeah, bed at night in my fucking house.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. Oh, yeah, we'll leave right now.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Off now.
Okay.
Right now. You're allowed to go that way. Got right now.
Where's my bag?
Get out. What do you think you're doing anyway?
Yeah, sorry, we thought it was just an abandoned property, that's all, sir.
Wait, my bed, but somebody's in it.
Oh, sorry, we didn't realise.
Is that your Audi up there?
Yeah.
Go off to it now.
Okay.
Go off now. Are we looking at the same?
No, you can check us. No, we're not like that. No, you can.
Photographs.
Yeah.
the situation escalated in a way they never expected. Out of nowhere, an enraged man stormed into the farmhouse, confronting them with undeniable authority. His anger was immediate and intense, leaving no doubt that they had trespassed on property he considered his own. What they had assumed was a forgotten ruin was, in fact, still watched over.
Check out back if you're doing anything like that, we wouldn't run off. You know what I mean? We're not kids, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? We're not going to damage it.
What respect is wandering into somebody else's house?
This is what we do. We take photographs.
What do you mean it's what you do?
It's what we do.
Well, I wander into your house and take photographs then.
We think we've been forgotten about that.
It's not fucking abandoned, it's a fucking house.
How is it not abandoned? It's not lived in.
How the fuck do you know that?
Yeah, that's true. Listen,
How the fuck do you know somebody's not living there?
we show the utmost.
How do you know that?
Well, I don't do it.
Well, then don't make you
I would
stupid
assume that nobody's living in there. Do you know what I
Listen,
mean?
Well, that's an assumption then, isn't it?
Hang on.
Listen, calm down. Let me speak.
Guys, man, we need to watch
We really
Get it on. Go back down through that gate, through that footpath, and go back to your car.
Right, go on. Go on. Let me just speak for a second.
No.
We really do apologise. It sounds stupid when you put it like that, but we take
Pretty stupid, yeah.
yeah, when we've taken pictures of what we think are forgotten places to try and show
try and what?
to try and show that they're
show
forgotten. We put them on Instagram.
What? Right off then.
Caught off guard, they attempted to de-escalate, explaining their intent to document abandoned places, not to steal or vandalize. But their words did little to ease the rising tension. The man was unmoved, growing more aggressive as he demanded they leave immediately. Realizing there was no reasoning with him, they quickly retreated, making their way back to their car as fast as possible.
Right, we are actively now being pursued. Right, it looks like, I don't know, is it a Hilux? Looks like a Hilux or something like that, like a Jeep.
Right, guys, so we have to make a quick exit from the farmhouse. We're now being followed. You see, you guys are being followed by some mad farmers. Right then. Got some crazy farmer in a pickup truck following us.
Just when they thought the ordeal was over, a chilling realization struck. Someone was following them. A pickup truck, moving aggressively in their direction, seemed to be trailing their every turn. With no way of knowing whether the driver was merely ensuring they left or had more sinister intentions, pushing their car to its limits, they sped away, desperately trying to put as much distance between themselves and the mysterious pursuer as possible. Number 6. These fishermen were enjoying a day out in the open ocean, reeling in their latest catch, when something completely unexpected happened. As they celebrated their success, a massive blue marlin suddenly leapt out of the water. So high that it landed directly on their boat. The scene turned chaotic in an instant, with the crew scrambling to avoid the thrashing fish. Luckily, no one was injured, and the marlin was safely returned to the sea. But for both the fishermen and the fish, this was a moment they wouldn't soon forget. Number 7. On May 4th, 2021, the YouTube channel Explorer on Road shared a chilling experience that left both the creators and viewers unsettled. The video followed Tom and his friend Alicia as they ventured into the unknown using the Randonautica app, an app notorious for leading people to eerie and sometimes disturbing locations. What began as an exciting exploration soon turned into a night of unexplained fear and paranoia. The concept of Randonautica is simple. Users set an intention, and the app generates random coordinates, supposedly aligning with their thoughts. Whether it's truly mysterious or just coincidence is up for debate, but for Tom and Alicia, the experience felt far from random. Their first destination, meant to reveal a message, led them to a lake surrounded by dense woodland. At first, everything seemed normal, but as they moved closer to their designated point, the atmosphere subtly changed. The usual sounds of nature faded, replaced by an eerie silence. As they scanned the area, a weathered sign caught their attention.
On it.
Oh, I just walked into the pin. I just saw this in the tree. What does it say? Well, this must be a member of Tilgate Park, fishers or something. Oh, it's about fishing. Well, obviously our intent was a message. Yeah, a message. That's what I'm saying. What the hell? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I just forgot.
Yeah, so I just spotted that and I was like, oh my god, was this like some sort of message on a tree on the way to the pin? Because you know it's about the journey as well.
I really just walked past, I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, that's just a sign on a tree and I'm just carrying on going.
A notice about fishing regulations nailed to a tree. It wasn't exactly what they expected, but the mere presence of a written message felt oddly fitting. Moments later, they stumbled upon another note.
What's the message? Yeah.
That was actually a message.
Well, no one can read that, so.
I'm trying my hardest to put the camera up there, but it's like, it was a message, but it's rubbed off now.
Yeah.
And it was like, look, it was duct taped to. Oh my god, there's a huge spider on.
Ew. Let's go.
Oh my days, that was actually a message.
This time, duct taped to a tree. The message had long since faded, its meaning lost to time. The discovery was unsettling, prompting jokes about whether it was a warning to turn back. Ignoring any unease, they proceeded to their second location with the intention of finding something ancient. This time, the coordinates led them to another wooded area near a smaller lake. The surroundings appeared ordinary: trees, mist rising from the water, and the dim glow of their flashlights illuminating the path. But then, something in the bushes caught Tom's eye.
Look, come here, come here, come here. Look, no, look. There's always eyes just...
There's an animal staring at us.
Yeah, literally just...
It blinked.
There's always eyes just everywhere.
No, I just found an ancient thing.
Where?
It's you.
No. What the hell was that about? No, let's be serious. Is there actually anything ancient here?
At first, he assumed it was an animal, but the way it moved seemed unnatural. Alicia was less concerned, but Tom couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. As they continued deeper into the woods, the unease intensified. Then, in the distance, a pair of glowing eyes emerged from the darkness. The moment he whispered for Alicia to look, they disappeared. What followed was even more disturbing. The faint sound of footsteps echoed through the forest, keeping pace with them. Each time they stopped, the footsteps stopped. When they walked, the sound followed.
We actually have to go back to the car and drive there because it's... I don't know, how long is the drive? Like 5 minutes?
Oh, it's telling us this walking link, so it's half an hour. Oh my god, what's that?
Yo, no. What's going on? Oh no, I can't see. Oh my god.
The realization that they weren't alone sent a wave of fear through them. Then, a sharp snap, a branch breaking somewhere nearby. Before they could react, the sound of someone sprinting toward them shattered the silence. Panic set in. Without a second thought, they turned and ran, their breathing ragged as they bolted through the trees. Tom's camera, now shaking uncontrollably, caught nothing but darkness. Every step they took, the pounding footsteps behind them continued, closing the distance. The fear of the unknown drove them to push forward with everything they had. Finally, they burst out of the woods, reaching their car in a desperate sprint, gasping for breath. Number 8. Dan, a seasoned urban explorer with years of experience documenting eerie locations, embarked on yet another investigation. This time, inside an old church rumoured to be haunted. Growing up, he had often heard unsettling stories about the place, particularly tales of a ghostly priest who was said to play the piano late at night. Despite being occasionally used for services, the building carried an ominous reputation, and Dan had always felt uneasy whenever passing by. Determined to uncover the truth, he secured permission to stay overnight and, joined by his nephew Josh, set out to see if the legends held any weight.
Guys, what's up? Rights of Fright here again. Don't know when I'm gonna change the name to that, but I got my little nephew here with me tonight. Say what up, Eli. I'm down at a place right down the road from my house. I have permission to be here. It's church. I had some spooky things going here when I was a little kid. I've had strange feelings here when I was little. I haven't been able to go on many places inside, so, you know, this seems kind of creepy. This place is really, really old as well. It's like from the 1800s. At least the church part. They added stuff onto here. I don't really know much more than that, but yeah, let's see if we can catch something, or at least just have some fun, yeah, because I'm pretty creeped out just being here anyway. Weird feelings around here. Does it feel cooler in here than the others? If there's a presence here, could you make yourself known? What the hell was that? Dude. Bro. You got a knife, right? We'll just check.
At first, the exploration seemed routine. The two wandered through dimly lit hallways, taking in the aged architecture and creaking wooden floors. However, as they ventured deeper into the building, a subtle change in atmosphere became noticeable. The air felt colder, the silence more oppressive, as if an unseen presence was lurking nearby. What started as a casual exploration quickly took a more unsettling turn when an unexplained sound echoed through the space, a single note from the piano. Following the noise, they arrived at the piano room, only to find nothing unusual.
Can you make the piano play again? Did you used to play piano here? We would love to hear you play again. Do you have to weird over here?
The instrument stood untouched, its keys undisturbed, yet the eerie feeling of being watched only grew stronger. Unwilling to dismiss the experience, Dan decided to remain in the room, hoping to capture more evidence. The camera continued rolling as he attempted to make contact, unaware that something chilling was unfolding in the background. Later, while reviewing the footage, an unsettling discovery came to light. A shadowy figure had been peeking around the corner of a doorway, vanishing just as quickly as it appeared. At the time, neither Dan nor Josh had noticed anything out of the ordinary, making the revelation even more disturbing. But the night wasn't over yet.
What the fuck was that? Dude. Was that here? Dude, the fucking door's open. What the fuck? Dude, I ain't liking this shit. Eli, what the fuck? Fuck was that noise, dude? Fucking door open. What was that?
Just as they were preparing to move to another area, a loud, unexpected noise shattered the silence. The sound came from a nearby room, where a heavy door had somehow swung open on its own. Investigating the source, they realized the door had been firmly closed earlier, making it unlikely that a draft or natural force could have caused it to move so forcefully. The realization left them deeply unsettled. The longer they remained inside, the stronger the overwhelming sense of dread became. The combination of the piano sound, the shadowy figure, and the inexplicably opening door was enough to convince them to end the investigation early.
Try to open up that door.
Make some loud noises.
Was it kind of hard to open?
Yeah.
Whatever did that, like that ain't no draft. That ain't no pressure change. There ain't no air on in here. I just want to get the hell out of here now. I want this in between the frickin' piano playing and that. I just want to get out of here.
Choosing not to push their luck, they left the church, still unsure of what they had just experienced. After posting the footage online, the chilling encounter quickly sparked debate. Some viewers were convinced that Dan had captured genuine paranormal activity, while others suspected it could have been staged. Regardless of differing opinions, the eerie events of that night remain unexplained. Number 9. Ahmad, the creator behind the YouTube channel Sero, is known for his immersive explorations of remote forests, uncovering spiritual locations and strange, unexplained occurrences. His videos transport viewers deep into the wilderness, revealing both the eerie beauty and the unsettling mysteries of these isolated landscapes. However, one particular camping trip would prove to be far more unnerving than anything he had previously encountered. On a cloudy evening, Ahmad set out on another solo expedition, venturing into a dense forest with his camera in hand. The location, while only about a kilometre from civilization, felt completely cut off from the outside world. A light drizzle fell as he documented his surroundings. Towering trees, thick undergrowth, and a silence that felt unnatural. He chose a secluded spot to set up camp, clearing the area and preparing for the night ahead. This forest carried an unsettling history.
Tenda di sini, teman-teman. Ini gua takutnya hujan makin lebat, teman-teman. Ini juga udah sore banget, udah sekitar jam 6 lewat, teman-teman. Gua bakalan nebas dulu pasang tenda, teman-teman. Okay.
A young man had gone missing here recently, and though he was later found, his account of what he had seen was disturbing. He spoke of strange houses deep within the woods and inhabitants that didn't seem entirely human, some resembling people, others bearing animal-like features. As Ahmad recalled these eerie details, a sense of unease crept in.
Oke teman-teman, jadi gue baru aja selesai pasang tenda, teman-teman, dan ini kondisinya udah gelap. Ini udah menjelang maghrib, teman-teman. Mungkin kalau kalian dengar ini ada suara ajan dari pemukiman ada di luar, karena gue nggak jauh banget, sekitar ya 1 kiloan aja jalan kaki yang sebelah hutan ini. Tuh, udah dengar nggak suara ajan, walaupun cuma kecil, teman-teman. Nah.
As the evening progressed, he cooked his meal and prepared to settle in for the night. But just as he began to relax, he noticed something strange. Faint voices and the sound of footsteps seemed to echo through the forest. It wasn't just a single noise. He could distinctly make out what sounded like multiple people walking and talking nearby. Yet, no one was supposed to be there. With no visible source for the sounds, the mystery deepened, leaving him on edge.
Di luar kondisinya hujan lebat banget. Ngeri banget ketika di hutan ini gue sendiri dan hujan. Dan ini badai, teman-teman. Kayak anginnya deras banget gitu loh. Gue khawatir aja ada pohon-pohon yang tumbang di sekitar sini. Mungkin aku bakalan tidur dulu kali ya, karena aku nggak bisa aktivitas apapun selain di dalam tenda.
The situation escalated when a sudden storm rolled in. Heavy rain and strong winds battered his tent, creating a chaotic mix of natural and unnatural threats. As the night dragged on, Ahmad found himself unable to sleep. The strange noises persisted, footsteps circling his campsite, the sensation of something shaking his tent, and an overwhelming feeling of being watched. Even after taking sleeping pills, he remained wide awake, as if something far beyond his control was keeping him from resting.
Ini udah deket jam 1 loh, teman-teman. Hujannya nggak reda-reda. Gue dari tadi cuma bisa baring-baring, nggak bisa tidur, teman-teman. Gue baring-baring, cuma bisa lihat-lihat foto, dengar musik. Nggak ada jaringan di sini. Ya udah, begini doang. Dan di sini gue ngerasa cukup horror banget, men. Hujan-hujan begini gue banyak banget dengar kayak kata morgana suara di hutan gitu. Gue dengar kayak langkah kaki ngedeketin, kayak apa ya? Kayak tenda gue kayak di blok. Yang gue tahu nggak ada hewan rusa di sini. Kalau kita mikir itu hewan yang kawit atau apa, suara rusa yang kawit. Gak ada rusa di sini. Gue merinding, sebadanan gue merinding suaranya. Ini udah bukan suara hewan hutan. Gue sebelumnya gak pernah dengar hewan ini suaranya.
As he tried to rationalize what was happening, he considered the possibility of local wildlife. Could it be deer moving through the trees? That theory was quickly dismissed. No deer inhabited this particular forest. The realization left only one explanation: something beyond the ordinary was present. Then came the final and most terrifying moment. The sound of heavy objects falling nearby sent a surge of panic through him. The tension had built to a breaking point, and whatever was lurking in the darkness had drawn dangerously close. The last thing captured on video was Ahmad's voice urgently repeating the same phrase, demanding whatever was out there to leave. The footage ended abruptly, leaving more questions than answers.
The final, most chilling observation comes as Ahmad reports hearing heavy objects falling multiple times.
What had been stalking him through the night? Was it the spirits rumored to inhabit the forest, or something even more unsettling? The strange, part-human figures the missing man had described. Ahmad made it through the night, but the psychological toll of the experience was immeasurable. His video became a chilling warning to anyone considering a solo trip into the unknown.